You don't know what you did to me. Your body language speaks to me. I don't know what you did to me.
Weeks had passed since that unexpected, electrifying night, yet Yoon found herself unable to shake off the restlessness it had left in its wake. She tossed and turned in her bed at night, her thoughts consumed by the memory of his lips on her, the way his arms had held her, and the intensity of his gaze. The day after that night, Jungkook left the city for work, leaving Yoon to grapple with her swirling emotions on her own. She tried to distract herself with her daily activities and responsibilities, but his absence was a constant presence in the back of her mind. She realized she missed him more than she could have ever anticipated, and it frustrated her to no end. Restlessness turned into doubt, and she couldn't help but wonder if that had meant as much to him as it did to her. What if it was a fleeting moment for him, but if she was foolishly overthinking everything, allowing her heart to run away with her feelings? Yoon closed her book with frustration, ruffling her hair into a messy tangle. She cursed under her breath that he left her like this, and to add her annoyance, this French language is not taking the best of her. Her father wants her to learn since it will help her in the future. She took a deep breath, attempting to calm herself. However, her attempt was interrupted as the door of her study room swung open, causing her to jump. "Yeah, my love, where are you?" June, he sang, but paused when she saw her best friend dull and trained expression. "What the hell, Yoon? Look at yourself. What have you done?" Yoon followed her eyebrows in confusion. "What? He, I'm fine." "Is that what you call fine? Oh my god, you look like a broken octopus." Yoon sighed and stood up from her seat, giving her best friend full attention. "I don't even know what broken octopus looks like, but thanks for the description anyway. You know exactly what I mean. You're all disheveled, your eyes look tired, and you're practically radiating stress. What's going on?" "It's nothing, he just some personal stuff." He narrowed her eyes. "Personal stuff? Does this personal stuff have a name by any chance?" "It's just complicated." He rolled her eyes dramatically. "Of course it's complicated, because why would anything be simple in your life? Come on, spill the tea." "Damn, here's just nothing." "Alright, if you don't want to tell me, but I already guessed it anyway." "What did you guess?" "Why would I tell you when you are not telling me?" "Great. By the way, why are you here?" "Now you have a problem with me coming here too." "You know I didn't mean that." Fine, I'm just not feeling well, okay? That's why your beautiful and problem-solving bestie is here. Let's go. Have some fun. I still have to learn this language. You can learn it after we come back. Let's go. Relax your dumb mind. I swear you will feel right. Ha, funny. I know I am. She said, flipping her hair, causing Yoon to chuckle. They both made their way out of the study room. "So you're not going to tell me anything?" he asked as they sat in the shopping center food cafeteria sipping to their juices. "Tell you about what? Was something going on between you and my brother?" Yoon chopped on her juice, taken aback by the sudden question. "Your reaction tells me I'm right." Yoon's cheeks grew redder, and she responded, "I don't know, what are you talking about?" "You can't hide it from me. I have these big eyes that turn into CCTV cameras when they spot a couple." "Fine." Yoon ended up sharing all the details with her best friend. "Woohoo, finally my ship is sailing." "It's drowning, we have not talked about anything definite." "Don't be disappointed. I have faith that everything will work out in the end. I know my brother." "I hope so." "Not so ready. Let's go for more shopping and forget about all these things." "Thank you." He nudged her playfully as they two best friends were now enjoying their shopping spree together. Yoon stood alone in the training area like she had been for the past 2 weeks. Her grip firm on the gun, even though she had already achieved a level of near perfection. But her sudden motivation was the hope of catching a glimpse of Jungkook. Every shot she fired, every target she hit, was accompanied by a silent wish to see him again. Today was no different. Yoon shot her rounds with perfection. The row of statues she had set up, each bullet hitting in the center. As the final target fell, she pressed a button on the drummer, satisfying at the end of her practice session. She removed her headphones, her chest heaving slightly from the exertion. And then sudden sound broke the silence. Clapping. In her dress as she spun around, her eyes widening at the sight of Jungkook. He was walking towards her, his hands coming together in applause, a smile playing on his lips. impressive. Her cheeks flushed with surprise. She had not expected him to be here. Watching her practice, she cleared her throat trying to sound composed. Thank you. Mother seems to have already achieved perfection and couldn't help but feel a sense of pride at his praise. She glanced away from his strong gaze. I just want you to make sure I'm prepared for what. His gaze held hers as he waited for her answer. You never know what challenges might come. Jungkook took a step closer, the distance between them narrowed. True, and it's always good to be prepared. You're a good learner, Ian. Her cheeks colored and she looked away, suddenly feeling small under his gaze, while he was always made her feel things. I had a good teacher. Jungkook's fingers brushed gently tilting her chin, lifting her gaze to meet his. Maybe you're a good student and a good shooter, but I'm curious if you are as good at something else. She swallowed nervously. And what would that be? Jungkook's lips curved into a half smile, a glint of mischief in his eyes. How about playing with fire? I wanted to do this since the moment I set foot in the city, and I know I would find you here. Her heart raced, her mind spinning from the moment. She took a deep breath, trying to steady herself. Are you telling me you missed me? More than you can imagine. You can feel rushed of emotion inside her. You have a strange way of showing it, disappearing for 2 weeks. His finger brushed against her cheeks, his touch sending shiver down her spine. I had work to do, things to take care of. And now you're back? She asked as his thumb raised her lower lip now, his focus on her. I'm back. The air around them crackled with tension, the unspoken words hanging in the air. Well, it's good to see you again. His smile widened and gaze softening. It's good to see you too, Princess. And they both stood in each other embraced for the time until they get back to their practice session. Yun was dressed in a stunning black dress that elegantly clung to her curves. The top had a subtle V-line and the prominent collarbone, and it was short, beautiful top. Her closet door was open, revealing a collection of black dress, which was her favorite color, and black and always work in every situation. This morning, she received a text from Jungkook. Yes, they finally exchanged numbers. While she was surprised to receive his message, "Be ready at 8, I will pick you up from your mansion." She blinked at the message, her mind racing with question. What was he planning? What did she need to be ready? Without hesitation, she tapped back. Why do I need to be ready at 8? What's the plan? She waited anxiously for his response. Just trust me, wear whatever you're comfortable in. Her eyebrows furrowed in curiosity. How was she supposed to dress when she had no idea? You're not telling me where we are going. How do I dress properly? His response was quick. Wear whatever you are comfortable in. See you at 8. His personality was always covered in mystery, so composed and enigmatic. Inside, as she put the finishing touch on her makeup, the door of her room creaked open, drawing her attention. And it was her mother, and her face brightened into a smile as her mother approached her. Her mother's eyes twinkled with affection as she looked at her daughter. You look absolutely stunning, my dear. Thank you, Mom. Going somewhere special? Actually, I have no idea where Jungkook is taking me. The mysterious man, always keeping you on your toes. You have no idea. Well, whatever it is, I hope you have a wonderful time. Yin hugged her mother, mumbling a thank you. She was thankful that her mother were so sweet and understanding. You look at her mother as if she wanted to say something but hesitated. Is there anything you wanted to talk about, Mom? Not specifically, but your father mentioned last night that he wants to take you to his office. His office? Why? You know the old man, he never tells me the whole thing, but he seems quite serious about it. Don't worry, maybe he just wants to show you around, introduce you to the people there. Isn't it a bit early for this, Mom? Her mom placed her reassuring hand on her shoulder. Your father has his reasons, sir. Just go with an open mind. It might not be as serious as it sounds. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Mom. No worries, sweetheart. Now enjoy your time with Jungkook. You nodded as her mother left the room. You took a one last look at herself in the mirror, making sure everything was in place. As the clock struck 8, she made her way out of the mansion. The entrance Door opened and her heart skips a beat as her eyes landed on Jungkook. He was there, standing tall and confident. He looked dashing in a sleek black dress that emphasizes sharp features. His back was casually leaning against the door, and the dim light cast a glow over him, making him look even more ethereal. As she approached, he looked up and a smile smiled up at the corner of his lips. "You are right on time." Her cheeks warmed at his simple words, and she managed to. "Didn't want to keep you waiting." "Trust me, it's worth the wait." He took her hand in his, bringing it to his lips. The soft brush of his lips against her knuckles sent a shiver down her spine, and a warm blush crept on her cheeks. "Shall we?" His hand extended toward the car, opening the door for her. "After you, my lady." She took his cashier and slid inside the car. He closed the door and walked around the other side before settling into his car. The car pulled up by the waterfront as Ian stepped out, her eyes wide in surprise. Before her stood a beautifully decorated private boat, softly illuminated by the moonlight. She couldn't help but stare at it more, her excitement bubbling up inside her. Jungkook offered his hand, a warm smile on his lips. "Welcome to my private escape." Jungkook's eyes gleamed with satisfaction as he watched her reaction. He led her onto the board as she walked beside him. She could feel a sense of contentment that he had not felt in a long time. The sight of her enjoying the surprise he had planned made all the efforts worth it. Yun took in every little detail how beautifully it was decorated. "Wow, Jungkook, it's beautiful. Not more beautiful than you." His words made her blush, her heart fluttering at the compliment. He guided her to the table set for two, the night air filled with a gentle breeze. "It really went out all for this. I wanted tonight to be special." Their guests laughed as they took their seats, the soft glow of the moon reflecting in their eyes, the sound of water gently lapping against the pot, creating a background music. Her fingers slightly grazing the surface of the water, the view before her was breathtaking. Despite the beauty of the night, her mind was filled with emotions. Is this how it's supposed to be? Beautiful, every emotion wrapped up in a beauty. She cherished every moment of the night, savoring the time spent with Jungkook, who had shown his gentle manly side. Her feelings for him were growing stronger with each passing seconds, and she couldn't help but be swept away by his charms. Yet, amidst all of it, a shadow of doubt lingered. Love was never easy, and she knew that their world were far from ordinary. The dangerous reality that they both lived in. It all feels like a dream, and even if it's a dream, she don't want to wake up from it. Her thoughts were interrupted when she felt a peck on her cheek. Startled, she turned around to see Jungkook standing beside her, a warm smile gracing his lips. In his hand, he held the wine glass, offering it to her. Lost in thoughts, Yoon chuckled softly, accepting the wine glass from him, just taking in the view. "It's incredible." He raised his glass as their eyes remained locked, and they clicked their glasses together. "You know, you could have told me about the dress code. I might have wear something else." Jungkook's lips curved into a smile, his eyes never leaving hers. "You look perfect in anything you wear. It's your presence that matters the most to me." His words had a way of making her heart race and her cheeks flush. No matter how many times he said them, she tried to hide her smile by looking away, but his gaze was magnetic. His finger gently tilted her chin, guiding her to meet his eyes once more. "You are cute when you blush, you know that?" Your blush deepened, and she sweated his arm. "Stop it. You are embarrassing me." "Can't help it. You have that effect on me." He chuckled as they continued to gaze at the breathtaking view while sipping on their drinks. "Well, thank you for tonight. I really enjoyed it." Jungkook turned to her, a smile appearing on his lips as he leaned in closer. "It's the only beginning, princess. I have so much more planned for tonight." She checked the caller ID, her brows furrowed as she answered the call, her eyes widening as she listened to the voice on the. Her face pale and her voice trembled as she spoke into the phone. What happened? Jung looked at her concern in his eyes as he placed a hand on her shoulder, silently asking if everything was okay. I'll be there, I'm coming right now. She hung up the call and looked at Jungkook, her voice breaking. My father, he got into accident. Yoon rushed into the hospital, her heart racing in her chest. Her mother was waiting in the waiting area, her eyes red from crying. Her gaze met her mother, and without needing words, she rushed into her embrace. Mom, what happened? How did it happen? I don't know, Yoon. I got a call from the hospital and I rushed here as soon as I could. Did the doctor say anything about his condition? Her mother shook her head, tears streaming down her cheeks. Not yet. They're still running tests and trying to stabilize him. Even though it's not new, he got injured many times in mission and his life is always at stake. But in normal days, he never let his guard down. How did this happen then? I talked to the doctors. Jungkook said, assuring both of them as he went to the opposite direction. The doctor arrived and he informed them that he regained consciousness and they could see him now. A relief filled the room as they followed the doctor beside him. There her father lay attached to the poison machine. Yunari swelled up with her tears as she gazed at her father. The sight of him so vulnerable tugged at her heart. She couldn't bear to see her strong and protective father in such a weakened state. She looked at the seat beside him, his weak smile despite the pain he must be feeling. Dad, wait, why are you crying? I'm perfectly fine. Dad, I was so scared. Mr. Jung's expression softened as he looked at his daughter. Hey, don't cry. I'm here and I'm going to find you. Know I have survived worst. I know, but seeing you like this is just. Mr. Jung reached out and gently placed his hand on her daughter's cheek. I'm a tough man. I'm a tough old man, remember? Nothing can keep me down for long. Nothing can keep me down for long. I love you, Dad. I love you too, sweetheart, but I'm not going anywhere, okay? You nodded her head, Mr. Jung. Look at both of them with affection. My wife, come here. He called his wife as Mrs. Jung walked closer with a smile. He held her hand. You look worried, honey. Are you worried for me? No, why would I be worried for you? You know, I think I got injured just to get your attention. He winked at her and Mrs. Jung rolled her eyes. Yoon made a disgusted face at the beautiful flirting, but deep down she couldn't help but smile like a fool seeing her parents. They really love each other a lot. Yoon was sitting on a stool, lost in her thoughts, when Jungkook approached her, sitting beside her. How's your father now? He's fine. He got just discharged from the hospital yesterday. I'm glad to hear that he is doing better. I know it must have been really tough for you. You nodded, her expression reflecting the exhaustion that had been with her over the past week. She had been by her father's side throughout this hospital stay, even though he still needed a bed rest. He insisted on leaning on the hospital, showing his typical stubbornness. Did you investigate what happened that night? Was it really just a car accident? He sighed, remembering her father's words. He told me that he was around back home and it was some drunken people driving the car, and the car might have gotten out of control. And how can he be so sure they were just drunken people? That's the thing, the area where it happened is relatively safe, especially since it's close to our mansion. It's unlikely that a sober person would be walking around there at night, let alone a drunken man driving a car. Right, I saw your father's car condition, and trust me, it was bad. It seemed more like a deliberate attack to me. You look at him, her brows furrowing. I have been having the same suspicion, especially since my father had been under a lot of stress recently, and the timing seems too coincidental. He shouldn't be taking this matter lightly. Tell your dad to investigate through it properly. I'm going to take this matter in my hands. I need to help him with the investigations. Even in our line of work, things are not always what they seem. Trust no one completely, and remember, people wear masks. Even those who think you know well might have hidden motives. Always be cautious and rely on your instincts. You nodded her head, knowing he was right. She gave him a small smile. I'll keep that in mind.